Hey guys, Dan the Wolfman here. Thank you for checking out my videos. Go to thecombatsystem.com for all your mixed martial arts needs. And please subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure to go to thecombatsystem.com and subscribe to my YouTube page. Pounding me, and it was a good time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for you. Thank you for helping me.
Make sure to subscribe to this guy's channel, Dan the Wolfman.
You respect the game, man. You know the game. You know what you're talking about, and yeah, he's pretty credible.
Well, thank you so much. Guys, Dan the Wolfman, thecombatsystem.com, catch-jitsu.com. I'm going to explain to you a bit how to use the Sean Williams or Nino leg hook guard for MMA, and what awesome various submissions are available from there. There's always different advanced guards. You can always pass on the weak leg, or you can pinwheel pass over. Let's not really get into that too much right now. I'm just going to explain to you options that are available. So, whenever someone's ready to posture up on me, I'm going to bring them in with my legs into a cover for MMA. Boom, and I'm going to try to get to the neck and either get his arm or arm weave underneath and get overhook, tight overhook, and head control. Basic defensive guard. Or if he starts here, hands on chest, I'm going to try to reach him here. If I can't, I bring him in with my legs, with my knees, to get to his head and then wrap to the arm. So if he's postured again, I'm going to be covered or punching, covered, put him in, get the head, and then, because some guys will be dumb and put their hand on the mat. If he doesn't, I'm going to weave in and get here. Right away, I'm going to unhook one and hip out the side that I have the arm on. From hipping out, I'm going to come here and kick this leg out and hook in, palm to his head. There I'm going to get the 3-finger Jean LaBelle. And now from here, I'm going to keep tight, put my foot in his head if I can, bring me some pressure, look at this. And I'm going to control him with this arm. By having the Jean LaBelle grip, the 3-finger grip, I can rotate underneath and raise him if he wants to stack me down. So I can help keep control and move him. Now for MMA, he can't really hit me. Try and hit me with here. He can't really reach me unless he's really super tall. I can always extend, okay, and he can't really punch me. I have this arm tight, and this arm can't hit me. Try to punch me. Boom. And I can even better start using my knee in there to block with my knee and my shin. Here I can keep him away, so he can't stack into me. He can't really pressure in because I have a good frame on his neck. I can give him little bump elbows. I could bam. Bam, there, okay? So Sean Williams pinching, the leg hook guard pinching here. The foot, my right foot's on his hip, or you can kick his knee out sometimes. From here, if I can get the clamp. If I can get this left arm clamp deep in on his collarbone, the clamp, then from there, pressure in, whack. If he's pressuring in, whack. Uppercut elbows with forearm pressure, like down elbows from side mount. Or I'm going to do full elbows using my core. Try to get that cool knockout, okay? Here, he left the hand there under that, awesome. I'm gonna grab that hand and put shin pressure. Now from this position, or just this position, I have options for submissions. I have the near side submissions and the far side submissions. The far side submissions are TP, triangle choke, and if you're really long leg, reverse triangle choke. The near side submissions are number 1 is omoplata. Number 2, there's also arm weave, reverse double wrist lock, reverse kimura, or judo short arm bar. Sometimes, or even he may pass it himself, that arm under. I'm going to push the head and then go here. Control the elbow. From there, now I might even get it just with double elbow control. I might roll his elbow. So if I really yank, if I get that middle finger in, I can really just control him without typical grips. And I can get a lock right there. Because I'm hooking into his elbow grip. So right there I'm going to control here, but hook that middle finger in, the power finger, and I just rolled him for a submission. From here, if it's a good bend, if I got a 90-degree bend in the elbow, I can then do an arm weave submission. Hook underneath, lock here, and you see I finished many guys just with my elbow. I don't need a fancy figure 4 grip. I can finish because I know where to put my bicep and my shoulder to keep it trapped. I can rotate him up this way. If I'm doing this crank and he acts like he's going to shoulder roll, put your weight up, I'm going to go heavy on his back. So instead of don't be too tight here because the guy can shoulder roll up, be heavy on his back to stop his forward roll. If I'm cranking the guy and he's not tapping, I can go to what the jiu-jitsu community is calling reverse kimura now. You can go to like a rear naked choke, grab into this wrist, and I can crank that lock it this way. So I like this. Either way, if I'm here, if you're fighting a really strong guy, he's going to straighten out his arm. You got to be prepared for that and go here to a short judo armbar. Whether you double palm his elbow or whether you go to wrist just below the elbow. Okay? If on the bad occasion he's so strong and so sweaty and you're exhausted, if you lost that last case ditch, if you lost it, you can go to a top wrist lock here. And now I can take him back the other way. Okay? I can't swim move armbar because my leg is on this side of his head and the other one's on top instead of bottom. So there's really no swim move armbar there. So if he does clear here, unlike other positions, it's not a swim move, you go to a top wrist lock. Okay. So, here, I'll just sit down. I'm here. If I pass that, I go here, and now you see, I got here, I can just crank. Here. Maybe, whoop, he's not quite tapping, I can do it with a hand in here. I can go here. He's not quite tapping, I can go to reverse, more double wrist lock grip, and come here. If he's strong, he straightens out, I go to judo armbar. Here, or here. If he passes, oh man, it's still not over yet. Maybe I can get in here and do a top figure 4 wrist lock. A top wrist lock, Urigirami. Okay? And even if he passed out to here, guys, maybe I can still grab that glove a second and peel his elbow back in like this direction. For an armbar, straight arm kind of armbar, or put your elbow to the mat. Here, if he's posturing this way, look here. Now I got elbow break at this direction. Okay, so those are the near side submissions. If you're lankier, if you're a longer leg guy, you may higher percent. I'm high percentage with omoplata. A lot of guys are. For most people, a triangle is a higher percentage submission. If we're in here, a lot of times if I can get to the clap position, MMA I'd be looking elbows right away. But if I can get here and clear my leg, either stuff it, or if you're flexible enough to kick the leg through, right away to TP. I like TP because I'm short leg. So this is just like the rib breaker, but on the neck, a choke, S grip behind the legs, and now I'm going to extend him up to the sky, my feet to the sky, and I'm going to squeeze the knees. Okay? Because there's one arm in there, so it's really like a triangle. But this one really gets his artery, and it's a crush, it's very down. If he's a tough guy, he doesn't submit to this, you can then transition, hip out, and start to work your angle for the triangle. Now I like to always grab here, because I can work my elbows. Okay. If I can then hip up to get triangle position. Here are the arms on this side, so you're always going to have to clear. I don't have a good angle of attack. Extend, push, suck them back down. You see, it's hard for me because I'm short-legged and I don't have a good angle of attack. His arms on this side. So, you have a lot of submissions. He can't hit me, and I can elbow him. Alternatively, is rubber guard, getting a New York position. You can do good overwrap punches and a little bit of chicken wing elbows, but you can't elbow as strong as you can in the Sean Williams leg hook guard. The downfall of the Williams leg hook guard is I can kind of come around it or pinwheel escape around him to pass. I'll show you that. Can you go to the position? If he puts me in the leg hook guard, especially if the guy's starting with clear here to get the triangle, I'll grab the toes and I'll hook inside my own leg here for safety. My right arm, like I'm blocking the core. My right arm here for safety. And I'm going to come around, spin around, and come to the near side cradle. Put my weight on the guy, and then work from there where I want with the chin grip, or grab the side choke, and get gravity side choke. Here. I just use gravity right there to submit it. So you got to watch out for that pass behind. Now he's going to do the pass on me, and I'm going to show the counter because it leads to another submission. That's it. And then here, and this is also the same thing. if I go for these, whether it's pinwheel escape to this, or I clear it and it's pinwheel or shoulder roll escape to this. So it's either pinwheel escape to shoulder roll escape to this position, or pinwheel escape to the leg hook position. I'm going to counter by the same way. As he comes around, I'm going to know he's going to shoulder roll, I'll help him. I'll let him time it. Boom, go, boom. And I come up right away, cover the hip with the head, and same thing. Baby arm submission. So guys, it's a lot of stuff. You can always go back and rewatch the video. Please like it, please subscribe to my YouTube page. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a lot of videos going live from this position, practicing how not to get grounded and pounded from the leg hook position. And it's something you could really use in MMA. You just gotta watch the pass. But if you always know the counter, if you feel that pressure to belly down and go to the sweep to the baby arm, it's not so bad. And a lot of guys won't know how to do that pass anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Catch-jitsu is the name of my style, in my opinion. Mixture of all grappling styles put together. I'm ranked in highest on system, sambo, judo, jiu-jitsu, catch wrestling together. Talking rat guard to leg hook guard to omoplata. I'm just going to focus on one submission and then variations on the finish right now. I do have like a 17-minute or 14-minute video on all different ways using rat to leg hook guard, a lot of leg hook guard submissions to triangles to teepees, to reverse kimura, double wrist locks, to arm weaves, to all kinds of stuff. Okay, so please look up that video. But here I'll just focus on step-by-step, slower instructions for everyone else. Teens, Achilles locks, anything like that. You're pinching. Over under position, Greco-Roman wrestling, you're pinching. Okay, so now I got this. From here, I'm going to shuck his head fast to my armpit and sit up over to rat stall guard. I put my hand inside the leg and I cross my legs, I cross my guard, and I pinch his posture down, I pinch my elbow to the ground. One more time, I'm here, I shuck the head to my armpit, I sit up over the back to control his posture, I'm reaching for the inside of my knee, I cross here, and then I elbow down to hurt his neck. It's like a plum clinch in Muay Thai. So if he lifts up, start to posture up, by elbowing down, it really hurts his neck. He can still do it. If he over postures, I go to a hip bump sweep, okay? But if not, there's a whole series I go to that hip bump sweep, the double wrist lock, and do the whole thing. Go ahead, really posture up strong this time. Boom. Then I go to this whole series, which I already have a video on, okay? If he goes half posture, he's gonna posture. My hand's starting to slip out from my knee. I slide kung fu, pressure, kinesthetic intelligence on the neck. I kick this up, I look palm looking at him, and I join like the force together. 3-finger Jean LaBelle grip. Okay, my grappling instructor Jean LaBelle. This is a great grip for this guard specifically. Okay, here, and I'm framing his neck. Again, I'm in rat stall guard. If he starts to posture after I'm making life hell on his neck, but he really wants to punch me if it was MMA or just to get out of my guard, he's starting to lift up, boom, I'm slipping out. I use that timing to frame and go here, okay? Now, with any advanced guard, you can't have a dead leg. If I leave this dead, he's just gonna pass and you just open yourself up. That's bad. So you gotta pinch your knee, heel in his back. If you're more flexible, you can put the heel on the hip bone. You can play in here, you can eventually get in here. You just want good, tight control, okay? So I'm here, and what this is good for is I can frame him away. In MMA, I can bang, bang, bang him. MMA, I can hook here. I already have a video on all kinds of stuff we can do. But let's just talk pure grappling right now. I got my 3-finger grip. I keep him away. If he comes in this way, I just make life hell on him. If he really stacks in, this way, he's a strong wrestler, like this would stink. But now because I got the 3-finger grip, I can roll up under his chest and I can start to go to other stuff and I can clear and all kinds of stuff. Because I have the ability to roll my elbow under his chest. So again, just keeping the neck frame is what you want. But if he really stacks in, come in like a wrestler, and lift him up with here, and now that even started to open up for more advanced attacks. Today we're just going to focus on omoplata. So I'm here in leg hook guard, Sean Williams or Nino Schembri style leg hook guard. From here, once I get him away, or if I need to strip my butt out a little bit, once I get him enough away, based on my flexibility, I'm going to chill dog, wrist looking at ankle, wrist looking at me, here, and pull it in front of his face. Now, if you can pull off the Kung Fu move from the 10th Planet system, awesome. It's really not that necessary. usually when you're really going live. So if you can, that's great. And that would be like pull the elbow out and push the face, boom, and then spin out. But usually I just clear it. So we're gonna chill dog here. Once it's in front of his face, I kick out hard like the hand of a clock, boom, here. I'm controlling the wrist and I'm controlling the hip. Boom, boom. Okay, now he's passing the side mount and punching me. If I'm on my, that's because I'm in one unit and my back rolls as if I were going for an arm bar. It rolls up. It's easy to lift my hips off the ground. If I'm on my side, if he lifts up, my legs only go this far and it really controls him. Go ahead, lift. See, I got him controlled. Okay, now he's getting frustrated. You always chill here for about a minute. Because I'm willing to chill here, I make my omoplatas like a 90% submission. Other people almost always use it as a sweep. I tap out most people when I go for an omoplata. Okay, it's only if he has really great defense, he's really strong, really sweaty, sometimes it ends up being a sweep. But don't go for it as a sweep, go for it as a submission. Same thing like double wrist lock Kimuras. Try to tap the guy, okay? So I'm here. Now he's getting frustrated after about a minute, 40 seconds sometimes with little half postures. Once he goes for a real posture, I open up my knees, okay, but I keep my ankles crossed and then I bang him back to the ground. Look where his head goes. Smashes into the mat. Again, I open up my knees and I bang him back to the mat. Okay, but I only do this once. I'm just showing you the motion. When he really goes for the posture, I open up my knees, I bang him back to the ground, and I quickly switch my hips into the Z formation. Z Nation style to kill zombies, okay? And I stuff this to the hip, and once it's stuffed, I'm controlling him still. My elbow is heavy on the back. I got him controlled. I sit up over the arm. I trap it in my belly, and now he's mine. On the street, I could just do this. Bang, 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 bang his face on the ground. I have good control on him. One more time. I'm here. He postures up. Bang, sit down. Okay, if I need to, I can drag him away a little bit. I stuff it here, and I sit up over it. Now that I got it, the typical easy finish you're gonna learn is an S grip here. Here. Now take the hand to the back of the head as if you're doing a double wrist lock, a hammer lock. It's a hammer lock with the legs. I'm going here. Okay? That's your typical finish. If, sometimes if you have longer arms or his head is up a little bit, you can reach around here. I can S grip here, and I can go around his head instead of here. I can go here. Nothing's stopping me from even power Nelsoning him either. I can put like a power half on him, hurt him. That can be really mean if I want. Other finishes are sometimes on the omoplata, as long as I controlling his hip and his body weight control so he can't shoulder roll out, you might end up with like a short choke, okay, on him. Or even if you had longer arms, lift up a bit. You could kind of get in here, deeper on a choke. Even some people can get a rear naked all the way around. I'm not built that way, but Imanari got the omoplata with a rear naked choke, and you can look up that video in an MMA fight. Finishes I like include simply just camel clutching him. I can come here with a frame on the back. I don't recommend this for beginners, but I can frame him here and hurt his neck crank style. My favorite finish would be to surfboard stretch him. This is a surfboard stretch because people like to pose in the old days and show off their lats. This is a lat stretch. Okay. And then there's a wrist lock there as well, gooseneck wrist lock. So just be aware there's all these different kinds of finishes. So one last time, I'll blast it kind of quick. Here, boom, zombie, on the arm, shut, rat guard, stall guard, okay? If he just lays down, he's just staying there. This time, I'll move my foot out to move my hip out, okay? If he doesn't posture, he's just staying there, I'll go offensive. Boom, here. Okay, he's staying away from me. Awesome, boom, boom, pivot out. Control, 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 away from the posture. Posture up. Boom. Here, here, finish. 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 Okay. Finish. 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 Okay? The longest standing series for grappling and also MMA, the hip bump, upa sweep, the hip in sweep, and how that goes into the double wrist lock Kimura, and how that goes into a guillotine, and how that goes up to a possible get up to base, as well as going back into the sweep or back into the double wrist lock, and how those three always chain together and relate to each other. I have a new series, advanced series, which goes to that arm weave, but this is the old school series and it still works great, so everyone that grapples and does MMA should be doing it. Now, a lot of times what I do to set it up is I get some kind of posture control. You break the guy down, or you get head and arm, you're struggling to keep hold of him, whatever, you're struggling, and he's gonna wanna sit up to get bicep control, start passing guard, or he's gonna wanna sit up to get posture to punch my face. So either way, when I'm holding him, then when the guy postures, you make him strain a little bit. When he postures, that's the time to put your hand down and try to hip bump sweep. Now, too many people try to twist sideways when you do this. You wanna go to the back 45 corner like you would on a judo throw, uchi-guard. You would want to go to that back corner. You want to hit him with your hip hard, go inward, not sideways. It's too easy to defend. I want to reach up like I steal a wall from his back pocket, which is how I teach all my double wrist locks from guard. I'm going to hit him with that hip. I'm going to hit him, boom, and come over. Okay? So there's the sweep. I'll just show the sweep a couple times. So here's the hip bump sweep. So I get posture control, break him down something. As he postures, that is my moment to go hit him with that sweep. Boom. And we'll pay attention to this later. I always bounce out the hand over the arm weave. Bounce out like a wing chun. So whenever I'm coming up, I try to get this control position, get that hand through. That way, if I do get the sweep, we go on the double wrist lock later. Now, if I go to the hip bump, actually I'll do it right now. So I'm going to hip bump, okay? Here, I got the control. He postures. Bam! I go. Boom. And then I finish a double wrist lock, however I finish. Boom. Okay? So because I have the hand there, I'm going to follow and keep it. You see, a lot of guys actually do get the sweep to mount, and they forget about the arm. You should be doing the sweep, trying to get the submission. Now, if he defends the sweep, great. Then I follow up. So I pull him down. He postures up. I go for my sweep hard. I hit him with it, but he postures. He bases his hand out. Okay, but see, my hips really in him. To make this work, you really got to always go hard for plan A before plan B. Go realistically for the sweep. And then follow up if it didn't work. If he defended, good for him. He falls into something else. I jump my hand to the other hand and kick off at an angle. Boom, right away. I got my angle of attack for my double wrist lock up the leg, banana to the back of the head. Okay, one more time. Here, I go for my sweep. Boom, oh, man, I'm gonna get my angle. Okay, one more time, keep your knees, keep your base. Okay, here. See, we got a little bit of a size difference here. But it's important to note that anyone can use their body weight to get momentum, because I'm jumping to it and I'm kicking off at this angle right away. Right? I'm getting my leg up into that, which is what's shoving him to the ground, getting that good angle attack. Back up. Back up. Okay, now I get that double wrist lock, that Kimura going. Go for my sweep, boom, posture. Here, I jump. Now I'm starting to get it, right? Or maybe I'm a little loose. Now he's gonna start defending. He's trying to wrap it around my head, and he's lifting his head up to the sky. Oh man. From here, what I usually do is base up a little bit, okay? And then, or he's posturing his head up. That's when you attack for the guillotine. So you let go, wrap deep, right? Always take up slack to try and get around that neck. And turn into it. Get your hands together, okay? Hands gotta be above the belly button. Slack's gotta be taken up. Rock back like a rocking chair. Get your legs up high. Twist in and stretch out, okay? Your hands gotta be up high. If it's low on the side of his neck, don't waste the energy. You gotta wrap it up and get that to his throat. So again, here, pop up. Here, he's defending. Defend, defend, defend. If you're more flexible, get a foot on the head. You can mess with his base, maybe if he's tripoded up, trap it up. But if not, you know, I can still, usually the guy leaves us behind, he's so worried about his neck, that now I can start to work on the arm again. So I can come back to the arm. So what's important to realize is that all these flow together, okay? Or MMA Frank Shamrock style, the original series is all just to get back up against Tito Ortiz. You go to the hip bump sweep, you get the double wrist lock, You then go to the neck. And then you're choking him. And Frank Shamrock's like, ha 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 ha, and he's choking the guy, and he's up. Give me some posture, get some defense on your knees, good. Okay, so we're here, right, and he's up, and he's choking him, and then you just give him one good one, boom, and scoop, get up to base. And that's how he got back to his feet against Steve Ortiz. Still one of the best series for MMA. Actually hit the hip bump, go to the double wrist lock, go to the guillotine, hit, and get back up. So guys, this is really important to learn the flow of all these and how to put them together, and if one doesn't work, go back to the other. But you have to go for each individual one for real to get one to work, okay? I'll show you counters. No one ever shows the counters to trying for a triangle, and he passes to side load. The easiest pass is before it's locked on or when it's loose. If you don't have a good lock behind it, it's on the calf, or while you're putting it on, the easiest is just kind of wrestler instinct is going to be to come around that corner, to shrug his shoulder and come around the corner, and boom, guys just go, oh, I wasted that energy, now I'm inside now. Don't do that. Number one escape I'm going to show is get back to your feet, so perhaps, great for MMA. So I'm here, I'm not the best triangle guy because I don't have very long legs. I'm here and I'm hopping it up, you see I'm not locked into it. He's coming around. As he comes around, I'm going to stiff arm my thumb down into the armpit, base up here, and now I'm pushing him. He's already down on my hips. He's going to want to come around my head and squish me and get up on my body. I'm going to push stiff arm here, and I'm coming up to my scoop, up to base, to fight. Okay, again.
Don't talk too much in right?
So I'm here, I'll be a little looser. So I'm like putting it on, and he feels it, and he comes around, he just shucks out. Boom, and I'm my stiff arm, see the energy now? And I'm down here, and I'm scooting up, back to base, to striking if it's MMA. If it's not, I'd stiff arm there, and boom, I'm going to be throwing the hooks in and trying to take the back. Okay? Now, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, guys. It's just really stiff arm and take it down here. Go, try and come around the corner a little faster. So he feels it coming on. Boom. Something like that. Okay, so when it has a little energy, you see how he helps me get him down towards my feet. Now, another cool one, he came up with last night, Abraham, my student here. It's kind of like a mixture between the counter to a pinwheel pass if you're playing Sean Williams, Nino Schembri, leg hook guard. If you're playing leg hook guard and the guy does a pinwheel pass, there's a counter sweep where you see me on my long 2-hour video many times. At the end of the video, I got it. I go right into a baby arm submission. I sweep him and I go to a baby arm submission. It's a combination between that and an underhook funk roll pass that Demetrius Johnson has used in the UFC, and now I'm getting pretty darn good with. A guy like Ben Askren teaches. So I'm here, and as he comes around, I know I'm losing him. Uh-oh. Boom, I grab this wrist, and he's still coming around with that hip. I'm going to underhook this leg, keep coming around the corner. He's thinking sidewalk still, and I take this energy, I underhook this, and now I belly down log. Boom, and I keep rolling, and I come up on my elbow, and I try to jump, boom, into a triangle. Now, I don't have the best legs to go to actual triangle, but I can sit here and I can pound him, I can switch right away, an arm bar right, okay? If you got great legs to be able to pull from out of triangle, awesome. That's really probably what most of you guys are gonna do, but anyway. So we're here, I'm on the triangle, I'm losing it and coming around the corner right away. And I grab that wrist, and I'm here, and now I log roll him through, and I push on this, and I base up, and I come up, and boom, I'm coming into this awesome beat down position. Beat down position here for MMA. If you want to suck this in, you got longer legs. If you can triangle that, awesome. If not, you can switch up to the rubber. Okay? So I think this is really cool because this simple little pass happens a lot. Like he can posture his head more. He just shrugs and comes around the corner fast. Whatever. Another option, I think this is the best option. But if I lost this arm that I had really secured in the first place, I'm reacting late to his pass. If I don't grab that, I could still like funk roll past this. Boom, come up, sit out my base, and go to a thigh master boss crusher. Okay. Now, a guy like Marcelo Garcia maybe would take that crucifix, there's a potential crucifix position there to you got the no-arm Kimura, got the reverse triangle, got the switching to a regular triangle. I know I came up with some other stuff. Of course, you can switch to another position, to the omoplata, like bending, okay? So you can chill down your own leg, okay? And switch to the omoplata, okay? And then sit up on this, finish that there. I like to finish here, under the nose, surfboard stretch on the other arm like I did to him in the other video from the back. Let's come back to your knees. Sorry. Reverse triangle. You can chill dog. And let's see, chill dog, controlling that arm there. You can look for your go-go's then. Turn your face this way, please. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You can go for your go-go platas. I'm trying to advance the sport of MMA, trying to advance self-defense. Not that I know everything, but I definitely think outside the box, and I've trained in many different martial arts, so I can blend things very well. Okay, we showed some crazy Saunders guard, now I'm going to show some crazy three-quarter knee-in guard specifically for MMA. I like to play a lot of half-guard lockdown, as long as you watch for the Indian Deathlock, look up that video. Good guard to play. I like to go in for the electric chair sweep submission. I get that a lot from the lockdown. A lot of times in MMA though, you can't get the lockdown right away because a good wrestler is going to take you down at an angle with a high double and things, or big Osotogari out of reap throws. You're going to be Uchimatas and stuff. You're going to be landing at an angle. What I mean by that is, we're not center line to center line with the lockdown. Look at my legs. So here's a nice pinching knees lockdown that hurts him. Okay, he's almost ready to tap. But a lot of times in MMA, you land more like this. Okay? I don't like playing the typical jiu-jitsu triangle guard. But when you get taken down, you have to play this sometimes because you can't hip in to get the lockdown. Also, this guard is good not to stay there in this loose kind of meant for gi guard, but it's good to be able to transition into what I call the three-quarter knee in guard. Guys do use this in gi jiu-jitsu, but I'm showing you how to apply it in MMA. I can push off, hip out, boom, here, and lock my feet together. Okay? This is a three-quarter guard. It's not a half guard. The reason why is it locks his hip. Okay, try and push it in. Try to reach me with the punches. Boom, boom. Okay, and then I can underhook and I can go to deep half sweeps and everything else. This actually, he's killing him. The next 10 minutes are going to kill him. Scoot this way a little bit. The three-quarter knee guard is actually that. It's almost a full guard because I lock his hip. I have very good hip control. In the basics, I can keep him far, I can keep him close, I can use his energy from a punch to go from far to close to get deep half sweeps to get everything else. So three-quarter knee guard. I can keep him away and I can suck him in off the punch and go to an underhook and then go to deep half sweeps or get up to base. Kick them off and get up to base. From here, I can just hit him from my back with windshield wiper hits. Okay? If I can get wrist control on the forearm, you need to come to this angle sometimes. Move around a little bit sometimes. Sit up. Just open it to base. And then sit up. Okay. Okay, if I can get near wrist control, this wrist control, I can windshield wiper hits. Okay, if he comes down to me, I can do rear elbows. Okay, so come down. I can do rear elbows. If he leans back from windshield wiper hits, so lean back like you do, you're tired of getting hit. I do this, and then I do a hip in sweep. I lock his hip, I push. Careful, careful. You okay? Yeah. Boom, I took him over. I got a beautiful sweep. Sorry. Boom, and I pass and everything else from there. Because of his leaning back from the hits, that's why this guard is great for MMA. Alright? So I do the hip in sweep. Okay, and all it is locking his hip, getting your base, and hipping up and in. It's very simple. He's a big guy. Yeah, he's actually weighing more than me this past few days. Okay, so from here, you can of course go to Kimuras. Okay, I can bob and weave against these punches. I can windshield wiper out. Okay, and bleed punches and cover if I need to. I can extend him so he can't hit me, and I can hit him. That's very good. I'm controlling the hip, basic guard flossy, and then I'm sitting up on a Kimura. from the Kimura, I can actually tap them out in the 3/4 knee and guard. Okay, here. Okay, the 3/4 knee and guard also lends you to dive in. We're here fighting, whatever, to dive in for leg locks and for deep half sweeps, for electric chairs, and everything else. Okay, so all your deep half sweeps are there. You can, so you can do a lot. If you got wrist control, you can pound the guy from bottom. It's great. Okay, spread your wrist, sit back, relax. Okay, here. So I control him here and I push that knee into him. If I can get this, it's great. I got the Kimura open up. I got the hip in sweep. If he leans away, I got deep hits. I can control him and extend so I can't get hit, cover, and bleed off if you need to, because that's the only one that attacks you if you have this wrist control. Okay, Nogueira kind of style adapted to this. If you have this wrist control, if you can manage to get this, then you can do an arm pass, arm drag, wrist pass to wrist pass, pass this around and through, open up your guard, do gift wrap to over here. Okay, then you got gift wrap. Keep some posture. Okay, gift wrap. Then I do a reverse lockdown. This is reverse lockdown. Because I'm at an angle, it works. Reverse lockdown when you're center spine to spine, center line, doesn't work so good. But on the side, reverse lockdown is great. Look at my legs, get it really good. Go on the other side, really get my legs. Okay, so here's my reverse. I can pinch and extend like usual. Here's my reverse lockdown. Okay, so here I end up with an arm pass, wrist to wrist pass, look at over here on his head. So the gift wrap is good. From there, I can just pull him and manipulate him. Okay, that's always good. I can do stuff like this and pull his elbow in. Okay, I can cross face his nose. I can go for the exorcist crank here, and then finish with my exorcist crank like Aoki wanted to dream with. Okay, you can do the same thing if I end up with a wrist pass gift wrap to under the armpit. Now it's even better for the exorcist. Okay, I can pull this, control this man, and get the exorcist. Okay, you can go palm, you can do one-handed, extend, you can go palm to palm. You could do a rear naked choke Aoki style if you want to do. You could have his face sideways, start putting pressure on the face crank, put that bone in his wrist, and then you can torque him. Because I have this reverse lockdown, some brand new stuff, guys. Okay, let's show that again. Sorry, I'll go really slow. Bear with us, Christian, you're advancing the sport. Okay, so if I can get this wrist, okay, of course the other one's free to hit, but I gotta watch out for his hits, but I can pass wrist to wrist, suck him in with the guard, with the legs, see that? That's gonna help pass this to get to gift wrap, or to gift wrap. You gift wrap Hicks and Gracie style, go to the reverse lockdown, and then you go for the exorcist. If you want to do with the reverse lockdown, you can pull things off in the twister position. Whitey Bravo's famous for it. Look in the old Jeet-Kune-Do book. Bruce Lee sketched Gene LaBelle's drawings of doing the wrestler's guillotine. You can go to baseball bat. Okay, you can push that there, and you can start working these kind of things. Okay, it's a baseball bat in the ribs, elbow in the ribs, pass it behind the head, do the rock, okay, and then hand to hand, do wrestler guillotine neck crank. From there, you could also go to the truck position, do banana splits, pull on his knee, do the crotch ripper, go here, put your head over here, that's a better position. Here, stretch this out. From there, bear with me, Christian, you pull this way a little bit. If you end up in this position, you can then pull this to you and do a reverse toe press. Okay, relax your foot, push your foot down. So I'm actually going to bend it this way. I'm just letting you do it. I put this foot to this foot, and I do a leg press. I can leg press over 1,000 pounds. His foot, his ankle isn't going to handle the reverse toe press. That's all from the gift wrap reverse lockdown position. You can get to off of a punch in the 3/4 guard. Okay. You can also do arm drags. If you're inside position, you can arm drag to all these different positions. Okay, so you can go here, here, suck them by, and just take the back. All your various ways of regularly taking the back are there from basically an arm drag like you do from butterfly guard. Marcelo Garcia type stuff. Okay, so you can go arm drag. Here. So if you get inside here, you're blocking in here. Anytime I get in there, I can go here and arm drag. And I got a deep hook, and I got here, and I start working my way to the back. Then you rear naked choke and all that stuff, short choke, whatever. Flatten them out if you can, get on top of it. From a punch, The 3/4. Okay, 3/4 knee and guard, locking his hip. I can extend him, I can suck him in. If he throws a right punch at my face, you put a frame up, picture frame, and pass, roof block. Like roof block in colleague stick fighting. Okay, so I need it, punch, I need it, take the energy, adapt it, and pass it by. You can get the back from there, you can get gift wraps from there, right there. Okay, then I might go here and do reverse elbows, watch the back of the head, referee, okay, working here, stretch them, whatever. From the punch. Okay, in there, give me a fast punch. Take the energy, blend it. Meeting the roof and doing like the elbow defense standing, the rising sun block, that's what you're doing on the ground. Okay, so look up that video, the elbow defense video. Punch fast again, punch at my chin, no, it's too high. Actually punch at my chin, boom, I go here. Maybe he leads me to the gift wrap. There's a short choke, one-handed short choke. Boom. So he's gonna lead to different stuff. And then I put in the reverse lockdown, I got the gift wrap, stretch him out, do the face crank, exercise crank. Boom. If he gave me that arm, you can go here, here, baseball bat, whoa, almost lost it, to the pass, to the wrestler's guillotine twister. Stretch him out, to the truck position, crotch rippers, stretch him out, to here, crotch ripper, banana split, stretch him out, to reverse toe hold, toe press. Sorry, there's a lot, I'm like crazy with this stuff, it just all came to me one night.
Standing up.
Okay, standing up to base. Okay, let's look at getting the deep half too. If I'm in here, anytime you're away, you can block, get away from his hits and you can hit back, but then you can suck his hips in. And if you can suck his hips in, get the underhook, you can dive to deep half sweeps, you could go to the back, you could just open up to, maybe I get the gift wrap, okay? There's also an arm triangle in here somewhere. I thought it was from one of the arm drags or wrist passes. Maybe just from sucking him into the underhook. Maybe then I jack my head up and get the arm triangle, put the reverse lockdown in for pressure. Go back a little bit. Reverse lockdown in for pressure. Put that arm triangle, put that wrist in the artery, and compress it. Or go here. Okay, Jeremy Horn, that Chuck Liddell style. So look for the arm triangles there. You're going to end up in that position a lot too. There's a lot of finishes, a lot of great stuff for MMA. This is particularly good because you're locking his hips. You can push him away, you can suck him in. And guys, I think it's the next level. MMA, because getting a 3/4 knee and guard is really easy. It's really easy to hip and sweep. It's really easy to kick off and get back up. Hey guys, I'm going to show a technique I like from the butterfly guard. There's two ways basically of playing butterfly guard. Either from the cocoon with overhook and neck control, and you can do your sweeps and slide down the arms and go either way with the typical sweep. Or with double underhooks. Double underhooks, your two moves to go to are the backbreaker and then the sweep if he manages to defend, or the rocking chair sweep. Okay, so from here what I do is I just find the sweet spot in his back and extend my legs, keep stretching them out, and it extends the spine and it hurts like a son of a bee. Okay, one more time. In here, nice and tight. I'm going to curl this in so the side of my hand goes in his spine. I'm going to pull it in. Okay, like I'm doing a chest compression, like I'm giving someone the hemlock maneuver. Okay, here, extend the butterflies, and I kind of use my shoulder to give him that little extra arch. If he relaxes or he's a really big, strong guy, occasionally he'll slide back and straighten his legs, and then you just do your sweep to the side. Okay, so try out the backbreaker. If he manages to defend, if you can't quite tap him, and he's defending here, usually his legs kind of come together a little bit, and then you can hit a sweep and go to the mount. Alright, so try out the backbreaker a little bit. Don't do it against smaller opponents in training. But when you're going with a big, strong guy and use it in MMA, you can put it in your repertoire and it opens things up. And I tap quite a few people with it. It really surprises me. I'm going to show a way of using the carney shoulder lock as an offensive move from butterfly guard. Yeah, when you open up guards and stuff, people can always pass. But I tap a lot of guys with the carney. I love it from butterfly guard. Shinya Aoki almost got it against Jason Cavalcante in Dream. And at the end, maybe I'll show how you do use it as a rubber guard when the guy's passing a rubber guard defense. But I hit it there from there. Sometimes it's a timing move. But offensively, I just beat guys because they don't know it from butterfly guard in the cocoon or head and arm position. calf, your knee or calf like you're doing a triangle choke, okay? Find his ankle with my foot, and now I stretch both out, down and out in Beverly Hills. Now what this does is if he's got a good base here and he's a wrestler and he's squishing me with the body weight, once I put this lockdown in, outside leg first, triangle over, find the ankle, I stretch him with both legs, pinch tight, and he puts his weight way lower on me. He's not in control anymore, I am, okay? But what you don't do is do this. A lot of people do the lockdown wrong. A lot of space here, they just stretch one leg. What I want to do is Kung Fu. I want to stretch, if you can see my hands, I want to stretch both out like this. So I want to take up the space, pinch my legs, stretch both out, and now my legs are very tight, so it's hard for him to pass. With the lockdown, what you can do is I can whip him up this way, I can whip him up this way. I'm controlling his hips. So I'm doing a lot of sweeps and stuff without just my arms. I'm using my legs. Keep your base good. Okay? So no, just relax. Just relax. So always keep kind of base. So here, here, here. I'm just using the legs to whip him from side to side. Okay, from there, come to this angle back to the head. Most of the stuff I do, even though you don't need to for the electric chair, if you have a good setup of posture control and make the guy over posture, that's how I set my electric chair usually. But I'm gonna go to the jaws of life, forehead, forehead, jaw, jaw, that takes the space for the underhook, boom. Basically all half guard styles, you want the underhook on that half guard side. So now that I'm here, okay, I need to be wrapping up. All right. Okay, here I grab the ribs, and I'm gonna do a mini bench press, mini whip up. I'm gonna whip my legs this way, catch your base, put your knee up there, and I bench press them over here. Okay, I don't do a huge full bench press. Because if I do a huge full bench press, and I come up on this single here, he could counter with a Darce choke or a Japanese necktie. Throw this wizard in, I'll go overhook my arm. He'd be going in here and looking for a Darce, okay? Guillotine, Japanese necktie. You don't want that. So you don't want to necessarily come up on a single unless you're like a world-class wrestler and explosive and able to do that. So again, he's got head and arm control. Head and arm, head and arm. I'm here, 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 pommel in, get to the ribs. Now I'm gonna whip him with my legs and I'm gonna do a mini whip up, mini bench press. This 45-degree angle. Here. Now here's where I wanna work. I'm here, I'm hiding in. If his knee's down, okay, what I want to do for the old school sweep, bring your leg in. Most people will base this way. I reach underneath, all the way under, and grab the top of the toes, just like you do old school sweep. So, down, here. Okay, so here, I'm under, I'm trying to get under him a little bit, and under his ribs, like jack him up a bit. I'm grabbing the top of the toes, I'm folding it in, I got my lockdown still, and I'm gonna drive in, I still got the lockdown. From here, I undo the lockdown, I scissor off, I back step, boom, pass, come into side control. Okay? So there's the old school. I'm not gonna go too much detail over everything. If he bases out, okay, when I go for that whip up, so we'll just start here. I whip him up here, yeah, he's way out there. Or, bring your knee in, or I start to do this. He feels what's up and he sprawls that leg out. Boom, he's a strong guy. Now, as soon as he does that, simple thing is he's giving space. In jiu-jitsu, it's a battle of space. He gave space. I could simply bring that butterfly hook in and look at this. I could cover here. Boom, there's my half and half, sweeps him out. That's simple. Or I could go to full guard. Okay? Bring the leg all the way through, start working full guard. So, if he opens that leg up, that's why old school is really plan A, in my opinion. Because if he opens that up, now it opens up everything else. Okay? Overhook my arm. Yeah. So in reality, he'd be wizarding this arm. So now, I could grab this knee, I might be able to pull off kinds of like deep half sweep. So if I could come over here, or that's posted up, I could C-grip it here, and I could use this and grab the seatbelt and whip my legs this way, and I could just easily sweep him that way. By lifting his knee and grabbing the ribs and the whip up, I'm actually lifting his body weight here and here, more sideways, in different vectors, three-dimensionally. This knee's getting lifted this way, the ribs I'm actually pulling this way, and the whip up I'm pulling that way at a 45. So here would be like a simple style sweep, and then I pass. I could reach way under here and start working all kinds of deep half kind of sweeps, whatever. I could just come here, pinch them together, bring that, use the legs, whip them, same thing, and then work the pass. I could pass now and go for the electric chair. This arm here, I can pass, go to his armpit, so from the outside, I pass here, and now I'm going to use the whip of the lockdown here and throw him off to the side. His legs up on my shoulder. The flexibility and straighten them to be nice. It hurts already. But the reality in a tournament, I'm going to put torsion by twisting my body and hurt his knee as well. So I'm going to go here. Okay? Okay? My legs are getting rubbery. Come back on top. Okay. Okay guys, lock down, boom. Here, here, jaws of life. Boom, then you whip up, boom, he based out. Now I go to wherever I'm going. So, I could go to the electric chair, I could go to the electric chair sweep. Let's do that. I pass this, in here, I'm throwing him off to the side, whoop, trap it. There's my tap. If that didn't happen, I release some pressure, I'm gonna come on top. I still got the lockdown in place. I come here or here, and I test his flexibility. I bring his knee to his head, and I'm stretching the lockdown too. He's just all contorted. If that didn't work, I come here. He's in a bad spot right here. If that didn't work, that was a hip lock, and I'm stretching this. I pass my head, I come to a full hip lock position here, okay? And I stretch my lockdown, and I turn his body like a accordion here. Okay? If I can use the lockdown on most people, yeah, or you can just triangle your legs and come out even farther. Or you can also triangle legs, come up farther, contort him more. I got his head sideways, body twisted sideways, and I can push his knee. If you needed to, if he was like a super flexible guy. This hip lock was totally there in the fight, competition, I should say, not a fight, because there's no hitting, and Eddie Bravo versus Whether Gracie 2 and Matamoros. So that hip lock's totally there before you need to go to the truck and the kamikaze and all that. Above and beyond that, let's show the secret. And what the secret is wonderful, it's magical, and people just tap. I'm here, I got my hard lockdown on the guy, and this isn't just me being a big, strong guy. Look, Mom, no hands. I call it the magic armless toe hold. You guys can see me tapping people with video, and people go, oh, Dan's just a big guy, he's just hurting the guy's calf, and that guy just tapping the pain. It's not a lockdown. I have the lockdown. This comes from Gokar Shavichian. I have the lockdown. I undo the lockdown. My feet. I undo it. My foot finds the top of his toes here, and I'm toe holding him with my feet. And I usually put my hands out in magic hands. Everyone's like, oh, what was that? Oh man, you just tapped him. So this is really, really great. Now some people, they miss it. Maybe he slips out if he's got small feet, and I got to refine the lockdown. So there's a slight risk you might have to reposition. But certainly it's very, very cool, and no one knows it now until now. And I can put that, or I can put my toe hold in, my magic toe hold. I lost it there a little bit. Whoop. Speeder not quite big enough, so I lost it a little bit. Anyway, it might be there. I might do it again. See if I can keep the lockdown ready. So we're here. I throw him. Okay, I'm coming under. I'm trying an electric chair, maybe. He's basing. He's got good balance. He's strong. He's benching up. I can sometimes tuck under his knee and end up in this position. I'm working on this. I undo my lockdown. I put the magic toe hold over here. I do this. And I do them both at the same time, dual switching. You just got dual toe holding. Son, or keep coming, what if it doesn't tap? Well, I don't know. Here I got more pressure. I got this pressure here on the leg still. I got this pressure here still. I can always pass. Boom. Here, lock up my triangle on the legs. There's that. There's that. There's mounting. Okay, so that's all the cool, fun stuff you can do from half guard. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my catch-jitsu style. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks. Here to the armpit. From the armpit, using the lockdown, You sweep him up with your legs and push him out with your with a hand in the armpit. You swim him this way. Wrist like a short choke, wrist bone to kneecap, above the knee, and like a banana split in wrestling. Stretch, stretch. Okay, yes, this does work. I've tapped 2 very famous Japanese fighters with this. Can't name them, but, you know, I did. And they didn't get me. So outside leg first, try and go over, slide under the ankle, stretch. Taking up the space. Grappling's a space battle, guys. Space, weight, balance, space. Taking up the space, pinching your knees. I'm not loose. Here. Now as we're playing, as I'm blocking punches, whatever the case is, I'm in here. I use my legs too to throw them up and to the side. So back, see I'm pushing them off and up with my hips, my legs, up and to the side. Catching that on top of the shoulder, and this passes from here, but I never need to pass from here. I've submitted everybody except once from this position. And the other time I passed and scrambled the top is what I mean. If you miss a submission, you can get on top, but I'd rather just submit the guy. You stretch your lockdown. You stretch this here, and I kind of just did a reverse knee bar on him too. So you finish in different kind of ways, but it's like stretching. It's stretching him, and knee pressure. Guys are gonna tap. Sorry, one more time, brother. Get into. So you sweat me a little bit. I gotta find the lockdown. Wham. Okay, now we're fighting because I'm looking for sweeps. I might just be hipping under sweep. I might just be sweeping the guy. I might be getting him here. Oh my God! Now he's gonna fight back inside. He doesn't. He might not like that. He's fighting, yeah. So I pass it from here to here. Guys, it's pretty advanced if you don't. Hey guys, DanTheWolfman here, catch-jitsu.com, thecommonsystem.com. Going over arm triangle, head and arm choke from bottom, lockdown, half guard. Okay, look at my other video on all kinds of lockdown and half guard attacks. I got Dave, MMA fighter on me here. I don't want the triangle, I want to lock him down, control his posture. So I'm here. Okay? Again, this time I'll look for a double wrist lock. If I can straighten my arm out, boom, I shoot this in, and I'm here. I go to my own forehead with an S grip, and I'm stretching this lockdown. And now what I do is I can choke, choke, choke. Some guys you can actually tap out if you can get them deeper and stretch the lockdown. Keep your head to his head. So occasionally I can tap guys from around him. But often, he's going to really resist, but he forgets about his base. Okay, and I just sweep him and I come on top. So I'm stretching him, stretching him, stretching him, stretching him, stretching him. Okay, here, base. Now I work pass, boom, finish it on triangle, per usual. Okay? So here's Palo style, how you would lock it. The arm triangle up from lockdown. So he's in head and arm. I put in my lockdown half guard, find his own ankle, stretch him down and down Beverly Hills, control him. And now Dave's looking over here, he's looking to pass, whatever. I got this. And if I can pull that wrist out, boom, here, I get him here. I want to bring his arm to his face and my head to his head. So I'm in here. Okay. So now I'm locking this up. I can go deeper, I can just keep it here, Apollo style on my forehead. Now I can use the whip. Mess his balance up with the lockdown, boom. Sweep, mount, pass, stretch. Okay, one more time. So this is all because anytime he passes to the other side of my body, it could even be from a punch. Sit up to hold of a ground pound. If Dave throws this left hand, it comes here. If I even slip, I can slip that. I can parry this, boom, come from here. Now I'm in here, see I'm deep already. He's almost tapped out, and now he's finished already. Okay, so there is the S grip to your own forehead to control. Choke the guy for a good 10, 12, 15 seconds, and then he's really resisting, and then sweep him for the finish. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please sub. Thanks.